Good morning everyone and welcome back to Craft Eccentricity, and I hope you've all been having a wonderful week and a happy Friday. Hope you all have a great weekend too. Now I will tell you, I am going to be up on Monday just to make an item or two out of this haul that I'm about to share with you, and it is a little Christmas haul of a couple of sets of stamps from one or two stores, and the rest are from Piggy. So I'll get stuck in. I have made a couple of cards and we'll stamp at the end. So my first one is this die, and it cuts everything out within the frame and stays there. I've got my ruler here, yeah, before I forget. Get the ruler the right way around. Okay, I'm going cut line to cut line, and it is 5.5 inches, and then the width on that is 3 7/8 of an inch. Yeah, exactly. So it's a lovely size, and I have done that, and I will share that at the end. And then I got myself a little gingerbread with a little Santa hat and a little scarf, and I just think it's absolutely adorable. Well, you know me, I like all my little stuff from Piggy, and that gingerbread is just under 2 inches high. And then the next thing I got is a little tree, and I'll try and use this one on Monday, and you can see it just cuts out an aperture of a Christmas tree within a tag or a card, and the height of that is 2.25 inches, and then at its base is 1 3/8 of an inch. And then next up, I did tell you in my last Piggy haul that I'll try to get deers, and I did get, I think, a set of 3 deers, but this time I've got a set of 2, and I will be doing these on Monday, and they layer up. I mean, they look odd there, but all the bits will just layer onto it, so you get a 3-dimensional deer, and I got both of them for that set. Now, I don't really know how big they're going to be because you need to make them, but I'm guesstimating that you stay within the region of the body. So I'm going to guess the height is 2.5 inches on that one, with the loopy, I'm going to call that the looped antlers, because those are like, they've got a little cut part in there because it's a male and a female. And then on this one, just for the body, because I don't know what the antlers will be, I'm saying 1 3/4, but then if I go up there, do you know what I mean, it's almost 1.25 inches, and that's going to add about 1.25 inches onto that one as well. So they look like they're going to be a really lovely size. Right, next up in my dies, and I've got this huge Merry Christmas, which is the solid and also the layer. And it's very kind of gingerbready cookie. That's how I did it. And if I go along there, I'm going to say it's 6 inches. So if you like slim lines, you're going to love this. And then the height is 2 inches. But because of the way that it is, if you look at that, you can use that section and you can thread it. So this could also be a Merry Christmas tag if you wanted it to be. But it's just such a great size. Now, the dies from those before I share my stamps. Right, this is the first one, and I just did it really quickly out of a piece of printed cardstock because I just wanted you to know that it cuts out. So I just run it forward, run it back, and that's what I got. Obviously, you can see there's a lot of little apertures there, so if you don't like poking, it's not one for you, but it did poke out really easily. So that's that one. And then I'm sharing these because I think I hauled these either in the New Year or Christmas last year, and these are Piggy again. And you know me, I love my stamps, so I use that section of that stamp because that makes a stamp tag to do the other card. I use my little mini candy cookie, and I think he still has these, so I will try and link them below. I use my little set of ornaments, so you get all different ones there, and you get the solids, and there's even one that can make a tiny little shaker. I use the little wreath and the bow, And I used the tiny little gingerbread cookie, which has got, if I pull it apart, it layers up 3 times. So I've used that one for this one. And I just printed a background in a pastel candy stripe, and then I just did them as little cookies on top of those stamps. But there is the Merry Christmas, and I just topped that with a heart for the dot that goes on the eye. So that's what I made. I had fun making that one. So now I'm going to share the stamps. So let's move these out of the way. I'll put them all in a little collection, and then I know what needs linking and what doesn't. Right, my stamps. I've got 2 stamp sets. This is my first one. And it's like vintage ornaments. So you've got the little string tassels on there. That one's got holly and berries. You've got the star. You've got the nutcracker. You've got the heart, and you've got the bell. Just a really lovely set. And then this one, I'll take it out of the package. I've already took that one out. Why I didn't take this one out, I just do not know. And there you've got the borders. So you've got your lights, Merry Christmas. You've got little stars and little dashes and things. You've got that little bow with stars and snowballs. You've got snowflakes. You've got a little row of snowmen, more stars, houses, trees, and more snowflakes. So I've got my stamp block, and I've got some scrap card stock. So let's have a little stamp. Right, just grabbed a load of stuff from by my die cut machine. Ooh, the sky just turned very grey. Right, let's try the ornaments first. And I'm peeling that off, and I'm popping it on my stamp block. And let's ink that up. I'll try and hold it firm while I'm doing it. Make sure I've got ink everywhere. Let's just stamp it there so that I've got room. I'm not applying too much pressure, but I am trying to press it everywhere. Right, so that's lovely, and that is the first one. Of course, you can use markers, watercolours, whatever it is you want to use. And please excuse my throat. I'm hoping that when I come off this medication, that my throat will stop croaking. I do like this little nutcracker, it's really cute. Let's go there. Once again, I'm trying to press it all over so that I'm making contact with the paper, but I'm not pushing too hard. So there's our little nutcracker. And I'm going to do the star. Now what I would do with these, if I was doing a card, is I would stamp it down, and then I'd stamp another one, and I would fussy cut out the ornament and the bow, colour that in, and then stick that on top. Because of course trying to fussy cut strings is not a fun job. And could you imagine getting a pair of scissors to cut that out? I couldn't. No, not me. Well, I hope you're all going to have a great weekend. And I hope your weather's going to be nice for you. I've just been slowly getting back to and trying to do my garden. Right, I'm going to try and get the star in this region. And hopefully there'll be enough room to do the heart and the bell. Just once again, just a little tiny bit of pressure. I'm not overdoing it. And that stamps beautifully as well. So So next up we've got the heart with the snowflake. And I'm going to try and squeeze that in up at the top. Just ink that up. And if you're wondering what ink I'm using one of the Distress Archivals. I like the mini ones. I'm always telling you that they're juicier than the big pads. Well, they are to me. And I make less of a mess with them. When I've got a big pad, I tend to get it all over my stamp block. Right, so I'm going to go there with that. We'll find out what this looks like. I think this would look really pretty, just watercoloured in light blue or something. Really frosty. So there we've got that one, which is quite sketchy. I love the lines. And then with a bit of luck, that little bell will stamp in just there. I'm just lining that up. Get some ink on it. So these are going to look great in journals, cards, tags. And if anybody has any problem with colouring small things, then all you need to do is take out your stamp platform, stamp it, colour it in, use your paint pens or your markers or what have you, and then go back in and stamp it again. It's just one of the easiest ways to colour and still get a crisp finish at the end of it. And I've stuck my stamps on all lopsided. So I'm going to move those out of the way, and I will pick those up so that you can see. Aren't they lovely? Oh, I do like those. I can grab a marker in a second. I might do one for you and then attempt to stamp down again, or maybe not. Right, the next one is the borders, and I'll just do a couple of these. We just want to make sure that they work, so I'll use that smaller piece. And I think everybody likes snowmen, so I'm going to do the snowmen first. And I'm just trying to get that straight on my line. And ink those up. I just think these are really cute. You know, if you're somebody who likes to decorate envelopes, I mean, this is something that would look great on an envelope. Just very light pressure once again. Oh, those are just adorable. Look at those. Aren't they cute? Of course, you can add extra eyes and things to them if you want, but I think they're all kind of like looking upwards with their mouths open. And then let's do this little ribbon bow with those dots, because it just looks so nice. This would look nice on the edge of a pocket for a journal. Or even the top of an envelope flap. Or a little gift bag. You can use stamps anywhere. And once again, I'm going to try and be straight. Just a small amount of pressure. There we go. We've got that lovely bow. And then next up, this one's quite delicate, so let's have a go with this. And this is those string lights. Let's see if we get a nice crisp outline, just like those snowmen. Oh, I didn't apply enough pressure, but I'll do it again and apply more pressure just so that you know it works. I was just trying not to over squash them. Yeah. Let's see what we've got here. Hold it in position, and hopefully I've done it right this time. There we go. I did it properly. And then I think we'll finish it with those little Christmas houses. These would look nice running around the bottom of a box as well. Or if you've got a Christmas candle, you can just lie it down on the edge of your stamp and just roll your candle across, and you put a little row of houses around it. Right, I think I touched everywhere. And there's our little houses. Isn't that sweet? And of course you can use embossing powders and all kinds of stuff. But I just love those. Just think they're really lovely. Right, that is what I have for you today. And I will be up on Monday and we'll be using some of these that I've shared. And have a wonderful weekend. And as usual, all links below. Oh, and just before I go, YouTube changed. It went weird. I don't know what happened to it, but a lot of the people that I used to watch, unless you're subscribed now, it's really, really hard to find the channels that you enjoyed watching. Everybody's being buried by the much bigger channels, you know, people who've got 1 million subscribers. So if you enjoy this channel, please do subscribe, because who on earth knows what AI is going to do next time. And for those of you who I used to comment and watch, please comment below so that I can come along, click on your name, and then I can go and subscribe on you, because I've lost so many channels. I was quite upset actually when I logged in, because when I'm not feeling too well, especially in the morning, I just like to go and watch everybody. So anyway, enough of my talking. Have a fabulous weekend. All links below, and I will see you on Monday. Bye.